the school. Matt actually, his wife gave me she invited me and gave me a guinea pig for Christmas for one of my kids, and he's no longer with us, the guinea pig. But it was quite the nice gesture from them, and he'd asked me to come sit down with him here about a year and a half, 2 years ago, and I thought, all right, I'll see what he wanted. I normally don't really sit down too many different opportunities, but I've been in Matt's house, and I remember seeing that he lived in this 6,000 square foot house. And I just kept thinking, man, what does this guy do? I'll give it a shot. So sure enough, I walk in, and he was in Montague, a network marketing company, was making $500,000 a year, and I kind of thought that's crazy. I never knew anybody who made money in network marketing. I always thought it was for like stay-at-home moms, or just there was a certain group of people that I thought did network marketing that never really appealed to me. So when you start meeting people who've made quite a bit of money in this industry, it gets kind of appealing. I'm a pretty big skeptic here on this whole network marketing thing, or I was when this thing started. I just didn't think, I kind of thought it was like one of those things where people, they're going to take a little bit of your money, and then maybe they'll help you out, maybe they won't, and you're kind of on your own over building selling products and stuff like that. And I just had no idea what this business was or the power of it. And so I've been blessed, man. I've been blessed with the right people, and I'm blessed to be on the right team, and I'm absolutely blessed to be, under the tutelage of Matt and Rick, and I just could not have imagined it any better. I'm going to retire as a PE teacher.
Wow.
Lauren led. I believe, that we're going to be moving on. But no, I'm just, that was kind of like my story.
Right. So, and that's why I've also introduced you on here as your teacher, a coach, a single dad. You're a busy guy. So with all of that going on in your life, how have you found time to build your business? People always think they don't have time.
Yeah, so I think the first thing you say something to anybody about this industry, the first thing is people are gonna say is like, I don't have time to do that, and I didn't have time either. And in fact, that was like one of my biggest drawbacks at the time, because I'm like, man, I have 2 kids, I am a single dad. How am I gonna do this around my busy schedule already? And then what I noticed is this isn't like an 8-hour-a-day job or a 4-hour-a-day job or a 3-hour-a-day job. I mean, this is kind of like a 15-minute job here and there throughout your day. You may have to put in an hour sometimes when you're going to go meet with somebody that you want in your business. But overall, this is not like one of those things where I thought, if you want to make extra money, you're going to be spending a lot of time doing it. You cannot spend more than 2 to 3 hours a day in this job. You just can't. If you are, you're probably wasting a lot of time, or you're building a very, very massive business to where it's really okay. And so, if time is your enemy right now, you really need us. But the main thing is here, this is not one of those things where you're going to have to recreate yourself and punch in and punch out and do stuff like that. This is a thing where you're going to do throughout your day. Maybe instead of watching TV when you get home, you start doing a couple other things, or maybe, I watch a lot of football, and this is one thing I actually started doing when I watched football. I'd have football on, but I'd make sure I was always doing something else too. And because, that I could waste a whole Sunday watching football. So, for me, it's incorporating it with some of the daily activities, and then giving up some of the things that you need to give up to build. And you're going to find out some of those other activities aren't making you any money. So you don't mind giving them up, and you can put off the TV shows, because I would go on like little binge watching sprees for a little while. And so that's kind of taking a back seat. But, this is those things that if you want it bad enough, you're going to put your priorities in line, and you're going to stop doing some of the things that you're finding that you're really wasting your time on. I mean, an hour of TV a day, it adds up over the year, and if you just shut down 1 hour, you're going to be able to run your business pretty successfully here. And then, during lunch and after school, I do a couple things. Right now, we're going to do this, and this has been a really productive way to grow my business, right, and as well as yours.
That's sure. And we haven't even, I've hit on our team and everything before in other videos, but that's the thing. We have systems in place. We don't have to create how to do it. We get people interested. We have upline to help us. And then we have systems to plug them into. So, and it's just like, do that, repeat, do that, repeat. And so I don't know if you want to add anything to that part of it.
Well, yeah, and I think what people don't understand about this, and another common misconception is like, how are you going to learn this industry? And I didn't, I didn't have Facebook until 3 years ago, probably. Believe it or not, I just didn't want to deal with Facebook. But the Facebook and our groups and our Overcome Nation team, it's amazing because like I'll put Rick on while I'm cooking dinner or we're eating and my kids, and they all kind of understand that. And you don't very rarely do you have someone who's made millions of dollars in this industry that's going to pour into you every night. And no one in this industry, and I challenge this, if anyone could watch this video, no one has a business school that's going to teach you the ins and outs of this industry and be able to connect you with people who are making, pretty decent money here. And we're talking, I saw a guy make more money than I did all year in 2 weeks as a teacher. And that's pretty fascinating. And when a guy like that is going to take the time to, pour into your, to your heart and your business here and do everything he can to help you grow, that's one of those things where I thought, man, like, how am I going to do this? And how am I going to learn this industry? And what's going to happen here? And that was just,
Right.
our team is just amazing. And I would be really upset if our team went away somehow. You know what I mean? Because this is like another family to me. And like you and I,
Right.
we don't benefit off each other here. And but at the same time as this is what's really powerful about our team is I really want to see you win and your team win and everybody in your downline. I really want to see them win. And the other people, they just don't have that. And they don't have that, service mentality and that idea of just helping other people for no reason. And we
Right.
just have that here.
I
It's
agree, and I
really
like how
refreshing.
Rick always says that when we get together for team trainings or even the SAO convention, it's we get together because we want to see each other more than anything else. Like he always says, we want to see each other more than we want to see him, but that's not true. We want to see him too, but it is like a
I get I get tired of him.
It is. I mean, I've only been on this team since September, and I already feel like part of the family, and I already look forward to seeing everybody again the next time. And so that'll be in Chicago soon. So, and then
Yeah.
I guess, of course, we've got to bring up our newest product that is a game changer in the industry and in our company and everything, and that is the CBD that we've all been, you can't see that very good, sharing. And I guess if you just want to touch a little bit on why is this a game changer? What is the big deal about CBD?
That's a really good question. And if you would have asked me about 3 months ago,
Me
I would have
too.
said I don't really know too much about that. And to be honest with you, I just kind of thought it was that industry because as a teacher, you really have to be careful about what you put in your body here and what you're surrounding yourself with. And I never took the time to really figure out the CBD market until recently. And think about this. It's probably in like this market is brand new. It's one of those things where it's just starting to get hot. It's starting to catch that traction. You're hearing a lot about it. The TV's doing basically all the advertising for us right now with all the new reports and things like that. And you talk about an industry that's probably, it's like a $500 million industry right now. And that it sounds like big money, but it's not right now. This is projected to grow into the, I don't like to quote too many different, statistics, but let's call, the billions and billions of dollars here within the next 2 or 3 years. That's on a pretty conservative range here because you've heard all the way up to like 20 billion by the year 2020. And I don't know if that's true or not. I do know that right now, when you hear this much, there's something to it and there's attraction to it. And, something makes this really, really attractive to want to hear more. And the one thing I can tell you right now about this product I've learned, just the health benefits and the pain relief and helping people get off their meds and the opiates and the unbelievable addiction and the horrible things that are going on right now in the United States and around the world with concerning that. And you think, man, we have an all natural way to help people. That should not turn people off. And we also have what I think will be the best product. And I don't want to, I hate saying things like we have the best product because that sounds really, really cheesy, but you and I both know what we have. And, we both know that what this company has done and set us up for is just going to be really special. And for people who don't know, we have a liposome technology involved. And for people who don't know what that is, what it does is protects it throughout your digestive system, allows you to absorb all the nutrients in your intestines into your cell wall. And most people who have this product, when they're taking it, it's going to get destroyed inside their digestive system. You're not going to absorb as much of it, and then you're not going to get all the money you pay for. So, if you're going to invest in this industry, if you're going to find something that's, that you want to spend your money on just as a consumer, find something that's really going to work, because there's so much crap product on the market that people don't understand, that they're lying to you about, or the crap you're going to buy from overseas. We have, plant to package packaging. We monitor the whole thing. We know exactly what you're getting. And for us, we understand how important it is for the consumer to actually be safe with what they're taking, because a lot of people do have, you're gonna get tested for THC, and other products, man, it's gonna come up on your test, and that could be really, really scary for a lot of people who really need to make sure they stay clean.
That's a big concern that a lot of people have. I know a lot of people that have to get random drug tested for their jobs, and so that was something that I had to make sure of before I really started sharing it with people, that they would be safe, that they wouldn't. So I even called the local lab here, the hospital, to find out, what are they looking for, and will people test positive? And I was told no, they would be fine. If it does not have any THC in it, which it does not, that they will pass their drug test. And now we've had people that have been on it for a couple weeks or maybe even 3 weeks, and they've done their own drug testing, and they're not testing positive. So that was a huge thing for me, and I'm sure it was for you too, being a teacher, and you know how important that is with athletes and everything else. You don't want to bring anything around. You don't want to be using anything as a coach yourself that could potentially put you in harm's way.
Yeah, and they just released the 2 certificates showing showing that we have 0 THC from lab results, and so you could use with confidence. And I think that's really important. Too often people, if you come up with just even a little bit, that could cost you your job. Like you said, athletes are going to cost them their careers, and it's just something you really, really have to be careful about. So I would really urge people to do their homework before investing in a product or even another company. Just knowing what you have.
So we agree on that one, and we agree our product is safe, and people are going to be safe using it. So I guess I know you're a busy guy, so I'm going to wrap it up with one last question so you can get on with your night. And that is, coming from someone who was a skeptic and someone who is a guy, what would you tell all the skeptics, especially the guys out there, why they should look at network marketing, and specifically our company and our team? Well, it can be females too, but it seems like males are more skeptical.
I could take this in a couple different directions, right? Well, number one of the positives here, this is 80% females, guys. So granted, if you join a team, you're going to be surrounded by a lot of women, okay? Number two, our team is amazing. We have a lot of unbelievable people on our team who are just doing crazy things here. As far as being a skeptic, if you look at some of the big earners in our company, a lot of them are males, okay? And if you come from a small business background, you know the headaches of a small business. I grew up in a small business family. It was an absolute nightmare most of the time. And I just remember thinking, man, there's got to be a better way. So I went into teaching. I thought teachers were rich. They had all this time on their hands. And, the skeptic in me always told me, like, I don't really want to even sit down with a lot of people and listen to this, because I knew it wasn't right for me. What was right here is, if you are a skeptic, I want you to understand this. One of the main things you need to do is join a company that has unbelievable leadership. I mean, the product has to be very, very good. We have one of the best products. The leadership has to be top notch. And when you join something and you're going to think about this, the first 2 years of a company are the scariest, right? Most companies go out of business the first 2 years. So what makes us a little different is, well, we had the largest launch in network marketing history. We did $12 million our first month. That's astronomical. We did, $50 million our first year. We have Dallin Larson, who's the Ernst & Young winner. And if you're like, I don't even know what Ernst & Young is. Well, they give CEO awards to some of the best in the business, like Jeff Bezos and Howard Schultz and the Google guys. And, we're in the company of some really, really top-notch guys. And, if you're a skeptic, I'm a big numbers guy. Numbers don't lie. And watch what's going to happen here with this CBD product. For people who are a little skeptical, I understand. I mean, that was me. And I'll be honest with you, I am the biggest skeptic that you could put on this camera. And I think it just depends on where you land and how lucky you get on the right team. And, you know, who you're surrounding yourself with. And this company is going to be a legacy company, and we're just in the infancy stages right now. And if someone's a skeptic, you know, I get it, but you know, about 50% of all home-based business are small businesses are start home-based, and this industry is really